Just showing face tonight. Cool.
Big man, I'm not showing my face because I want to go and cook and I don't want to make the background noise. So just relax.
Understood. Good morning, good evening, and good night, gentle people. Welcome back to another episode of Controversial Topics. On panel tonight, we'll have myself, Dario Dowie. We have Xavier the Doctor, Daniel Virgo Graham, and Andre Bradshaw the Black Activist. So, still on the broad topic of we're doing relationships tonight again, right?
More than likely.
But I believe Bradshaw is in charge tonight. So, take it away.
Good night, y'all. Um, yeah. So, topic um, I'm thinking about is something that we haven't, well, maybe not when I was here, but topic of discussion is supposed to be on a positive note, right? Just said that tonight would make more sense if there were emails available, but again, I digress. Um, I was saying there's one side of the conversation that we don't get the chance, or better yet, we don't explore, because we've always addressed the issue. You know, I suggest tonight's topic be a solution topic. Solution tonight. Kind of nice. So, for example, instead of just pointing out what's wrong in the conversation, let us point out what is right, what makes sense, and where did all of this go wrong, and our own viewpoints. I was hoping for a more, I'm gonna say, feminine
I no
kind of.
apologies. I was supposed to have three females, but two of them decided to them headphone not work. Well, headphones not work, and the other one got scared. If I'm going to put it bluntly, so yeah, I do apologize.
Wait, those two feet, modern types, alright, cool.
But
Hmm?
hey, I didn't want to judge. I just said okay. Whenever you get back a headphone, then you can.
Hmm.
I never, I hope it
Notice.
wasn't that same female that, you know,
Hmm. Well, honestly, it was, to me, still is one of those conversations where a female's input
well,
has gone a long way.
we'll get a female input from time to time, even though she vexes me now, I'm going to sleep. And she don't want to talk to me, but she'll give her input once the question is valid, and she likes to look at she likes to look at other options that persons don't look at.
Hmm. Hmm? I would think so. I should. Hmm.
I gave you the phone. Darian,
Darren,
whatever his name is. He's like, you gonna pick us up?
what time not today? Well, alright, fine. We still can
Call
do
him
this.
and double check.
Okay.
Call him. He said yes.
He said yes.
He called and say, are you picking us up?
Okay, I said
And I
that.
had the phone. So you're
I'm put on my pants.
you're saying something else. I'm tired.
Okay. Alright. Thank you.
Call and double check though.
Mm-hmm. Hold on. It was a dude who answered the phone.
Dario.
Dario.
Who's Dario?
Dario. Dario.
Me.
Dario.
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 Oh, Dario. Oh, this individual. The
I'm
one that's
right
on the
here, Carolyn.
yeah, the one on the
Eileen.
podcast. Yeah, him. This
Yeah.
is Dario.
Oh, he's the one that's stuck. Oh, he's the one that.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. To the podcast.
Yeah.
Oh.
Next time, remember this huge individual like myself is Dario.
Okay. Sorry, I thought it was funny.
Nah. Nigga straight. It's my boy right here, son. Anywho. So,
Okay, so I won't shut up for the podcast.
yes. And he thanks you.
Nice.
He thanks you because,
We're gonna have some fun.
man, would nature ever draw me under with the. But, like I was saying,
TMI.
interesting. Um,
Interested.
yes.
Yeah, what's your phone on now?
90 something.
After I put it on.
And again, you are loved. It's for that you don't get woman. You are loved. Mm-hmm.
What is happening right now?
Okay, honey, I'll be there shortly.
He's sweet
In an
talking
hour.
his wife.
Oh,
Good
okay.
man. See?
Cool.
You see, that's what you have sense. Okay, hon.
Thank you, Lynn.
Good woman, you see? Good woman. Get trouble, but still good woman nonetheless. Anyways. You get trouble too, but again, this is not that. I'm celebrating you right now. Yeah, me. Ugh, but where was it now? Yeah. The whole aim of tonight's discussion was to highlight solutions. And again, I did not want this to become an echo chamber, which it normally will be, because we think on the same wavelength. So, nothing to me more, what's that word I'm looking for? Nothing more, nothing more irritating than hearing grown ass men talk on a topic that we need a mixed blend of people to address. That's I'm trying to find the right words, but and nobody likes a guy who feel like he's a know-it-all. So, and so far, I can't say I know at least three know-it-alls on this podcast for this topic. So, yeah, should we still try to explore it? Yes or no, gentlemen?
Yeah.
All right. I'm for healing as well as tearing down because in order for new cells to take the place of old dead cells, they have to first be what? Torn down, swept away, so the new cells can be created. Correct?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, cool. This is kind of one of them situations here. We're trying to find solutions, simple solutions that are bite-sized, easily explained, and not have negative, what's that word I'm looking for? Have negative repercussions for people making mistakes because that's a part of the game, gentlemen. Show me the hand of a old woman who has not made mistakes. Same thing with men. This is why it is a two-sided topic because no side ultimately is perfect. We both mess up. That's instinctively. No matter how good you are, you will mess up. So as much as we quick to identify what's wrong with the movement and the execution of most people's plans, we should also find solutions that will help. So for those listeners, who find or somehow find our content relatable, you should be at some point address this matter. Yeah, and do y'all get where I'm going with this, right?
Yeah,
Kinda.
talking. Let me put it. Let me turn on the camera for this, cause don't want them feel like I'm hiding out. Good lord, need a shave. Anyways,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
uh, talking trash as I would say I do most of the time, because I'm the one who likes to take the hits.
Good man.
Gets old real fast when you end up being sad about the same issue constantly.
Uh, yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking about.
Cause I mean I like the shit on feminism like any other natural man, but at the same time it saddens me knowing that these women are
Mhm.
unaware of the destruction that lies ahead for them in their old age, if they don't.
And vice versa for my own gents,
Yeah,
because
yeah.
so many
I was
men
getting to
out
that
there
because I
just
was
as
going to say that
delusional as the chick.
men more than anybody else, we are responsible for most of the nonsense that goes on with these women
Yes,
as well.
we
Uh,
are.
to
Yes,
an
we are.
extent, but we are responsible because we're the same ones, or the majority of us are there who influence them to go this path, and then when they go the path, we're like, oh no, we don't want that. It can't work so. Not in my eyes. So responsibility on both sides, and both sides aren't taking
Hmm.
responsibility, and that is a big issue in my eyes right about now.
I'm gonna be honest with you as well. People, we are so easy to see what's wrong in the situation and just render verdict. To me, that's a bit harsh because not people, especially the Puritans. No offense to anybody who's listening, but the Puritans pretend as if for them shit can't, like, like them can't make mistake, like them shit can't make party, and even though that's a disgusting, like disgusting, way of looking at things, you have people who are really in that delusion that you know I didn't do anything to that person. That person left on their own because I'm a good person. So I don't know why they wouldn't stay. You're a good person in your own eyes. This is something most people don't tend to want to confront because people tend to forget you're dealing with another human being. You're dealing with a different set of feelings, different set of ideas, different set of ways of looking at things. Not everybody approaches problems the same way, the same frequency. This is something that most people do not sit down and think about. I bet they don't even ask the question. Yeah, which is something most people don't even, you know, see as important until they're 5 years, two kids deep, and then they're like, wait a minute, I don't know you. And most likely, most people, break down laughing, call the person idiot. No, like there are lots of people who have and are very cocked up right now in this day and age, holding on to this fantasy that this guy somehow is going to change because you're you're the outlier. Every every other woman before you didn't get the job, and you somehow are going to beat out and convince this man who had an 8, a 7, and a 9 before you. Little fix you is going to convince that level man. That's a recipe for disaster waiting. And I mean, if I must do give my suggestion to anybody like that, I know it's harsh because society tells us that we're supposed to try and understand where people are coming from. But I would say you need to implement a system where you address the main topic, the main issues that you have first. this Narnia, this Disney Channel nonsense where we do not know what this man will do when he's angry. But because he talks good, he looks good, he has that, he has that smile, he has them eyes. All you see, nothing worth pursuing is surface level. Any human being that thinks that way is destined to crash and burn, man or woman.
So yeah, I say humanity itself destined to crash and burn then.
If the ideology of mankind doesn't change, we're going on a very steep and slippery road where most people don't even think about. Because most people really believe that they're going to stay young forever. Most people really believe that them seniors going to stay flat the rest of them life. Some people really believe that old age somehow is going to miss them and lick everybody else. If that's not a recipe for disaster down the line, yeah, I mean, does anybody see anything else? I mean, you
Well,
have people. Hmm?
you know,
Okay.
you
Hmm.
know, say mankind's or humanity's biggest fear is the fear of the unknown, right?
So
And
and death
for
and death. What else? Yeah, you're right. You're right so far.
no man, fear of still the unknown because you don't know when you're going to die.
And
And
what's going to happen after you die?
Mhm. Mhm.
and see
Yeah.
because of fear, people try to live in a facade that
Mhm.
if I can stay if I can stay youthful forever, that means you see me death will never come.
Mm. Well, look at it this way. Right. I mean, I've heard great stories of the man who found my former high school. Right. I heard nothing but good. You know, you'd have think this man was perfect, but we all know as long as there's light, he, like everybody else in this world in existence, was flawed as well. Good
Why
man,
why I
good
believe
man.
say why I believe say people tell you the best stories of somebody when they're dead, but always but always for the worst rumors when you're alive. Because in death everyone wants to remember the good times. No one wants to remember the horrible, sad or truthful moments.
Fair enough. But this is also one of the many things I believe most societies went wrong. You see, when it comes to passing on knowledge, it's a combination of both. To weed out the ear-headed effect what most people have, where this utopia because Dario get up and Dario go to road go do it. Nobody don't see the hours and hours and hours of study and practice what Dario was doing behind the scenes. So people will say where Dario come from and they start immediately draw assumptions where most of them collapse and crash and burn. Like for instance, I would say to any woman who wants to learn about, who truly wants to understand a man, she needs to find a grown, if not best, better, a knowledgeable grown man who is well aware of the nature of men. And I would suggest the opposite for men. You are going into this world to, probably find your wife, your permanent girlfriend, whatever title you're aiming for. But how can a man get vexed when him woman start behave a certain way when you don't study female nature? You understand? It's like buying a car and don't even know if change your oil. Buying a car and barely even know the basics button pan which pedal go where. What if you turn the steering to the right, the wheel are gonna go right, it not gonna go left. So you can't turn right and expect the steering to go left. That's stupidity. You can drive off in a ditch into somebody else's car. I believe the same principles apply to when you're looking someone for a life partner, a husband, a wife. there's a lot of key elements that are overlooked because society has has for me found the perfect recipe to keep people stupid, thus easily controlled. Like
Well,
like what? Mm-hmm.
if we are look on that, you know, society has been progress. As I keep saying, society has their agenda, had their agenda, and still will continue to make their agenda their main focus because through phones, through social media, through television, even
Mm-hmm.
music that you listen to, you,
Mm-hmm.
you not hear about positive. You know,
Mm-hmm.
anything positive, nothing to tell you how to build a family, nothing to tell you how
To
to
build an empire, to build a life, to build remedial income, to build a legacy. Yeah,
no,
continue, sir. But yeah. Mm-hmm.
you see me? I
Mm-hmm.
remember when a family would have sit down on the dinner table and you consume food and you talk.
Exchange ideas, exchange, life stories, and learn from that, and learn from this, and
Even
you
when
know,
even when the television was still a new thing and everybody never have it or everybody have it until them created TV dinner where you can sit down on the TV and eat food.
until they created commercials where instead of the dinner table, they realized all members of the family are eating dinner around the TV and laughing and smiling. And for the for the uneducated mass who knows no better, who's always looking for guidance, because I mean, man, most of the time isn't as straightforward when it comes to, you know, to regulating it itself. So from the dawn of time, man has always seeks for guidance or leadership from the strong or those who aren't afraid to take the risk. So it's easier for you to calculate your own, distance, your own destination, or how far you intend to stretch based on another man's already explored, you know, uh, experience in that field or that area. 'Cause, I mean, it's easy to jump up and say I can do this myself, unless you've had someone or something that have weathered the storms of exploration and try and fail and get up back again and try again and fail some more. I'm telling man, you are your own limitation. I mean, people have to be thinking like this is 3D chess, especially when it comes to a life. Because I said this to my wife today. I said, most people talk a good game, but as soon as you start going three layers deep, they normally fall to pieces because they're only good at the surface level. You ask certain questions, they fold like paper. And that in itself is something that I hope people, especially God's willing, by the end of this podcast, someone, man or woman, will try, if not, or adjust their own formula to life with some of the advice or some of the insight that we may provide as men in this situation. Because, like I said, like what Dario said, I am for black people coming together, building families and building communities. This is something that I don't think we can genuinely say we want change for people, for the community, for the race, if we don't address the baby mistakes that normally lead up to the bigger mistakes, to lead up to the, you know, move from in front of me, yo, maybe I left you idiot, bro. You understand? But we're trying to avoid that happening on the
Well,
drop of a dime. 'Cause in this day and age, where music videos and everything are telling say, yo, you need to you need to quit at the first sign of things going sideways, or better yet, you have someone in the pipeline just in case this girl or this guy falls through.
so
If there's always an escape window, or there's always an option outside of he or she who's in front of you, you'll never give he or she your one your I'm only say 100, you're 85%. This day and age, I'm just saying, even I know better enough to go 100% in like that, and like one time.
so
Comparing comparing the marketplace, as in sexual marketplace, for the last 15 years compared to now. If I was to try and date my wife now in this 2021, man, I wouldn't date with me in a sense. Unless she was raised in the church, and I was so lucky to book this unicorn from way out Jamaica, who's never, been with a man who has never done anything wrong, illicit, whatever. The odds of me finding that from all the way at Jamaica was slim to none. You understand me? But what? I was smart enough to know what questions to ask ahead of time. I'm gonna tell her to her face, if she slipped, she would have slide. And them throw cooking oil all over in her place. There's no way in hell she could have get back up if if she never meet some of the criteria what me I look for. But then again, I was raised to know what to look for. And every man bless or better yet, not every man no bless. And not every man here, if you understand, might give himself involving, because breast and body can't be the only criteria. Oh yeah, breast, body, and brown skin can't be the only criteria you look on you become mate gentleman. And I say that wholeheartedly. You
that's
know many people. But,
how can you tell a
mhm.
man how breast, body, and brown skin are the only things to look for?
No,
Eh,
can't be the only criteria when you look for somebody.
You can't
Can't be your only.
you can't tell the
Just,
man all him
eh,
for life for
mhm.
all life he might hear about the big breast, the big body, and the brown skin. Or if you want to hear about the big breast and big body, you wanna hear about the big breast, fat pussy, the brown skin.
So everybody hear about the big brain and the big ambition, and that in
Who
the problem. That in the situation, most man go wrong.
hold on, who's name me a
Hmm.
song? Name me a
Mhm.
song from
Mhm.
from your era when dancehall music was there that told you that
Mhm.
if a girl with braids,
Book. On the pressure on the book. On the ignorant of fool. If you hype on a book, if you don't know what to work, your teeth like a post. Not do the word. This is how the joke. Remember that song by one killer? Book. On the pressure on the book. If you ignorant of fool, keep your hype on a book. You're not gonna
what
do no work. Your teeth like a post. That that's
question
you know what song me I go off. I go continue. Mhm.
com- compare that song to every other
Mhm.
song or tell you about the brown skin girl.
Oh, you set me up. You set me up.
It's
Not bad.
a
Not bad,
serious
sir. Not bad. Not bad.
yo.
Touche. Not bad. Not bad.
Remember, say Cartel they do a one tune when it comes on
Yo,
the
you
election.
can't call them man the name out. And them man, there's like taking 3 steps forward, like 12 steps back with the conversation. Yeah. So yeah,
No,
here you got that.
no man, remember say Cartel they do a song
Mhm.
about school and youth should go
Remember?
school.
Mhm. Remember that.
Compare that song to the amount of freaky song where him sing
Sure.
and about the girl and how the girl is supposed to look and she's supposed to brown.
Mhm. Well,
Is a
you know.
is a
Mhm.
droplet ocean in a brother.
And you see, and this is also one of the many things, and ultimately I would love to see change about mankind. I'm not saying the nature of man have to change, you know that. I just think the nature of man need to get an overhaul when it comes to certain things. Man, I say a man can't like breast body and a brown skin girl, you know. But you can have another beam, boss, a brain, and this is when we feel a kill society. We over sexualize everything that most men can't think about nothing but pussy. And then that break my heart because I've been one of them men there. If a pussy I fuck itself, step to pass it.
Again,
I've never been the weakling to vagina. Never will be.
see,
Someone mortally weak when you talk too loud. Yeah, right, baby. I'm so better, man. Sometimes man to say pum pum and and that say pum pum, go in a bed with pum pum and go sleep and pum pum wonder what's the problem. I said, yo.
like I say this, for you to
Mhm.
tell man them suck me here.
Mhm.
When ears, them a ear, say yo,
Mhm.
I see them forget.
Ladies, this might shock to some of y'all, but me.
Well, look on it this way, Majana. Change has to start somewhere. This ultimately, I believe, is the part of the conversation nobody wants to explore. At some point, accountability has to be pushed out there for both sides to embrace. Because be realistic, gentlemen, and be realistic, ladies. Half of the things that we believe we want from somebody, we genuinely don't care about. Women say they want a good man who can take care of them.
They
Bullshit.
don't.
Bullshit. They really
They will
don't
get a
because
dozen of them and treat them like shit and
thank you
lose
very
them or
much.
toss them away.
Do you
But the
know
one
many women?
but the
Do you
one
know?
man treat
Hmm,
her like shit. She's oh she was perfect.
you know
He had
why?
And
small
vice versa, man will say he want a faithful woman who's about him and all and just him. And then he
Fantastic.
says she's annoying and he can't take it and he needs his space.
Thank
same
you
thing.
very much. That's
Them
what
get
my
a
about to say.
but
Me no man who get tell to them need a woman, a wife material, take care of the kids, cook, clean, wash, fuck him on the regular, treat him like a man. And when him finally get a woman like that, he's so used to dysfunction that he psychologically fuck that up without even trying. Because when you finally find a woman who behaves like how she's supposed to, most men don't know how to handle a good woman. Vice versa nowadays. When you tell a woman, say, yo, hear me, I say, we are planning on the future to start a business, start a little account for the child, send you back to school, me myself I go back to school. This is the vision, this is the end goal. We have to move from point A to point B within the next 7 years. Are you with me? She says yes, and within the first couple of months, she sabotage herself. Why? Sabotage relationship. Why? Good youth,
cause
responsible father,
you ask it to
ambitious.
you're
Oh
no
my,
you're no longer a project, sir.
oh my God, that is crazy. And
You
this,
fit
and,
the
and we
man
need to address. Hmm.
there. You see, if you're no longer a project to them,
Hmm.
it makes them lose interest. They want a project. They want somebody they can say, all right, when I met her, she was like this, or when I met him, he was like this. And
Hmm.
even though we broke up, I made a reason why I'm still like how I'm staying now. So they can have the say, oh, if I never put me that brother, they wouldn't have get her. That the things I'm trying to feel me now, me supposed to get them thing there, But see, I just a true,
Hmm.
said
You can
everybody.
say I did that or I caused that. I was the catalyst for this.
You
Can
get
I
me?
say some? Can I say something? There was once this girl, right? They made a story out of her. She's from the ghetto, the garrison, right? Myself, we can find a place called Woodpecker Avenue in Jamaica,
Oh,
South
yeah, me,
Walton Park Road.
oh, yeah,
Woodpecker,
me,
right?
Hmm?
No, no, that is probably know when you know Woodpecker there. Woodpecker Avenue.
Yeah,
Yep.
man. I'm not sure woodpecker there, the regular stamping ground.
Ah, so understand this, right? So boom. A girl did live a woodpecker and this guy did meet her same woodpecker.
Don't call him.
I'm not calling him an idiot.
Okay.
So boom. The guy see her. So my God, my friend, you could have been mugly, No one friend who can help you out. She said, yeah, really? I said, yeah, mom, but understand this though. I forget a couple fuck off for you first. The girl weird her mind and said, sure. So she fuck him the first time. The man call him friend and set up the apartment and everything and you know the man take headshots and send it go give him friend and the friend say, wow, she have high cheekbones and that form and that figure. Cool, let me meet her. Fine. The man set up an arrangement with them. The man slap it one more time before him go meet. She go meet the the the, the fashion director friend, whatever, right? In a few months, she make her first runway premiere. I believe the man fuck it one last time. They said, "Oh no, I help her out." Three times now, if you do the math. Her career take off. She do Smile Island and she all do, Pan American fashion shows where she reach international after a while. Boom, good for she. Years later, she passed through the same community again, right? The man who did help her from day one, him, right? Yeah, and him must say, that same thing where you just say, oh, look, when you just say, oh, look, and me make that reach there so his goal was trying to cut her down to size because in his mind, quote unquote, him have something over her head. So when she start, help with her community and she build up a little one bedroom or look Jamaican, old school Jamaican, she fix up the house first. She build a
Mm-hmm.
house, a room, she put on a room for herself, in her place. So still don't know why she would have all that money put back a room in a Woodpecker Avenue. But again, I digress under my place. So anyways, so the general here, right, trying to berate for belittle her. Oh, boy, what a way you deal with, man. But me so fuck you one time in a girl, a style, man. Pay disrespect, right, in front of she and her friend, man, whoever. Because she had power more than one people. So she did, to me, one of the most humblest things and probably one of the most unexpected things I ever think she would have ever done. So she stopped walk, turned on and said to himself, yes, sir, you fuck, man, right? What you did? What did you do with your fuck, then? He drew a blank. He couldn't believe that came out of her mouth. She said, how did the fuck let me fuck me better you? He was dumbfounded. Yeah, he was speechless. He didn't expect her to react that way there. She said, yo, me take them three fuck there. I'ma reach where me need to go in a life. I capitalize on the fact that I'm done, I'm done. And then she may come and say, you see, I'm not tell you, when a woman understands logic and nature, it's a beautiful thing. She said, I take them three fuck that way you give me. And the other two or three when I get, otherwise I'm that. But I ain't idea. If you do the math, that six time I give myself to people, and at the end result, I'm now on fashion runways across the world. I
You've
have
seen me on
money.
billboards, bitch.
Exactly. I've been to Milan Fashion Week. I've been to the runway in New York City. What did your fuck do for you? Except to say, you did fuck me a few times. Utter speechless and couldn't believe she She slapped the window time lungs. She took the arrow time seal. He literally went back down to the ground and literally crashed and burned somehow. I never expect that. You understand me? But simple as it may seem, it's when you have ambition and know ultimately say, yo, this can lead to greater things. If you're focused on the only, let me tell you something, myself. This is why I must say, respect people who have ambition. And I know someone that said, like, yeah, they're a whore, like, yeah, they're a bitch. That are the most, to me, stupidest approach most men take. She had this, she has kettle, she had this, can't believe. She sell her body, she give her body to man. Come on, son. Seriously? I hate that self-righteous bullshit but most men draw for when they say a woman do what a man would do, but she do it more efficiently and to better effect. If men did understand the power what them have, just as much as the women them can contemplate what them can do, feed them gifts and talent. I've seen men, quote unquote, a con woman, but I say man convince a man to buy him so many things, so many ventures, so many things. Woman invest their money in a man. Shoot, man, no foreigners, female who meet Jamaican men, and within a few weeks of meeting yard man all a drive Lexus. But just like most ignorant and not say uneducated, but I say ignorant and most unorganized Jamaican man don't think to strike while the iron is hot because them think the cash cow will never dry up, you know? I'm not afraid because them girl and all left him, you know, so but just go on one to one suck little money out of her pocket while I still can go and drive up the Lexus for she have and you know say in Virgin Matthew gear attack and Matthew tell her how he can flip the money and make she make money and him and I can make money and this is the ultimate goal and Matthew can make it make sense but the man who she there with, I don't know nothing. All him a talk about NSC and when she come down and what we can par and I don't care nobody wants to say. The nature of women find the man who have some form, even if it's a little bit of ambition, more appealing than the man who just want to drink, floss, and that and no idea where I go. And I say some woman won't take on a man who look the part but don't know exactly where I go. Because we know plenty of women who have done that at least once. As I said, them man set him trap and to drop straight in night. We've all seen that. Some people wish you could have taken some people wish you could have taken the fuck off of them, but they don't know. And that's how it works. Quite frankly, if you remember the story between big boy and him duck, you know what big boy say? The girl tell him say what? Her mother say she could take back her fuck. Which she did. You know what big boy say? Me get what? How much? Me get 2 fuck plus my duck. Big boy say him get one and then take back the one, no? 2. And then him get him duck on top of that. Life is three-dimensional chess, ladies and gentlemen. The more you think like that and not look on it like it's checkers, oh my God, I think that's the part where most people get disconnect. They look on the board and immediately think it's a checkers board. And it's actually a chess board, life really is. For those of you who don't understand what that analogy means, it means
I'm
we are
afraid to
playing.
but them afraid to see the black and white, but them always want to try. Them always want to try see the green and red in life, sir.
Yeah, that's part of the answer. Most people don't want to go more than the surface level. This is why most people will always get swept up in the same kind of non-progressive, not going nowhere kind of arguments and issues. I've yet to see the man who sit behind house, not do nothing, not try nothing different, and fortune walk come and door come knock and say, Yo, Dario, what go on? You know, so we know so for the last 7 years, nothing not go on for you. This is $4 million, yeah, man. Yeah, man. You know, do nothing from last 3 years. No problem, man. $4 million, man. Go fuck out your life, my boss. That doesn't happen. And I can't ever say, me can't, and no offense, but I can't ever say that, you know, you turn Batman thing. Even Batman up here have to work. So make that make sense. Homosexuality is no pass here. You heard me? Man have to work just as much as the heterosexual man have to work. You understand me? You can't ball and be broke and be gay. It doesn't work that way.
Pick a struggle, brother. You can't have all of them. Yeah, you
Thank
have to
you
pick
very much.
on it.
Thank you
Pick
very
one.
much. Pick one. You can't be all those and still upset when things don't go your way. Life don't work that way. Men and women, because I want, like I said, I want to see some form of resolution. And this is, I won't say this is a new talking point, but I just think it's a different way of approaching the problem because, I mean, what do I gain from quote unquote destroying people? What do I gain from quote unquote, you know, trying to make myself look good and everybody else around, you know, the same non-progressive, not going nowhere approach to life? That doesn't help anybody. It doesn't help me. It doesn't help the guy beside me. It doesn't help my future or your future children. Objective reality is something I don't know why it's not being pushed or promoted amongst people.
Why is it not being pushed, motivated amongst people? Because when somebody starts to see the objective reality or the objective, it then destroys the facade that they try to live in. And when you wake up from the truth or when you awake from the matrix and see the real world, if you want life going not help you.
Why are you looking
Hmm.
at me, Dario? Shut up.
I was laughing at the Matrix reference actually.
Mm.
I know. That's exactly why I'm telling you to shut up.
Oh, I
I
hope it
like how
doesn't
I like
suck.
how we dropped it in.
I hope it doesn't suck. That's all I'm saying. Anyways,
Uh, what I can tell you, Bradshaw, is
yeah,
do not go into that show with heavy expectations. Just go there and enjoy it for
uh,
what it will be.
it is. That sucks. That sucks. Oh,
No, no,
you've already.
it's just a facts because if you go into it
Mm-hmm.
expecting what you got in the original trilogy, you're likely
Down
going
the
to get
devil.
or you're going to get something you didn't expect. The reason why
Mm.
I'm looking forward to it is because I want to know how long has this man been taking those blue pills for. The trailer clearly indicates how the man now accept reality again, isn't it?
Mm. Mm.
Yeah. I
Does
mean,
that sound a lot like reality, you know, where men, some men, I mean, I said rare. Some men actually know the game, but realize that the game has moved so forward, so fast. It's easier for just take a pill and just move forward. Like it's easier for just say, you know what,
Go with the flow.
F it, and let's go. Yeah, there you go. F it and just go with the flow because so many people don't want to put in any work, and I think that is one of the main things people ignore to this very day. Work. You need work. The work ethic is necessary, and I hate when people look on it like, "Oh my God, I can't believe it! I can't believe it! I can't believe he's talking or he's acting that way." Men of a think and talk that way because society is this and that, and I'm not. I can't believe it. I can't believe people. They can't believe that they are expected to work for some ish. They can't believe that you're supposed to put you're supposed to put your nose to the ground. I forgot the right expression, but the point still stands. Nothing worth achieving, nothing worth looking back upon is easy. That relationship, Yo, today when I dropped my daughter off at daycare, I saw a man, Jamaican man, kiss his wife. I'm not tell like between me, you, and the rest of the world. At the man wife at fair age, she can get it. She can get it. And the man wife, we up in her age, you understand me? She could get it. I'm just saying, son. Uh, damn right, she could get it at her age.
If there's one thing I appreciate about meeting Mr. Bradshaw, that sumptuous honesty is just.
Yo, oh, that's me
Where
right
goes a
there.
black
That's
dot with white teeth? Anyway,
son.
You
Oh,
could have just left it
oh,
alone now,
continue.
Dario. You could have just left. I saw the polish, and I
Totally.
said, you know what, it's true. Now I said, look.
Yo,
the
hello.
man is a black dot with white teeth.
Oh
Anyway,
God, these people are terrible. Continue.
Yo, I told myself, say, yo, no matter what, man, now I said nothing outrageous
You
today. That this
people
man
are
just decided, say,
terrible.
yo,
I saw the white
I saw it
earphones
too,
and
but
then
me
I saw the
decided, say,
white
nah,
teeth
I
and I
set
was
up
like,
because I
God
said,
damn, the
because this man
contrast.
thought I didn't care.
Anyway,
You
yeah, like
people are
as you
terrible.
yeah, people just
I can't
want
hear
just
it.
can't bother and just want to go to the matrix. I mean, like, look at this. Russell
Mm.
Brand said when he was poor and he used to complain about income inequality and so forth, people used to cuss him and say he's just lazy and doesn't want to do anything. Now he's filthy rich, and he still complains about inequality and so forth. And
Mhm.
people still complain and say he's a hypocrite. So
Ouch.
if poor man never complain and the rich man never complain,
Mhm.
it's just exactly look like you just don't want him to talk about the issue.
And
Yo,
honestly, that. Mhm.
I don't know how that makes sense. You're poor, you should just deal with
Mhm.
it. You're rich, shut the fuck up. You're a part of the problem. How does that make? I have never
No,
understood that parallel.
I don't believe that one. I
No,
don't believe
no,
that rubbish.
I don't believe it either, Bradshaw, but that's the parallel that people
Mhm.
will say out of their mouths because I don't see how that makes sense. All right, how can I be? All right, it's like a man that tells you, yo, brother, we've left out of the ghetto, but as we get rich, yo, why we are still support the ghetto? Remember your roots of the struggle. Remember where you're
Mhm.
coming from. You forget about
Mhm.
how much gunshot you have to dodge in the past. That can
Mhm.
be repeated because you're not white.
Mm.
So,
Honestly, honestly, from what I'm seeing, black people dodge gunshot better. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm not going there. I'm not going there.
Let's
I
not go there.
refuse. I refuse to go there. I smell something wrong happening right now. I
Did
gonna say, you know what, doctor, you're a terrible person. May I say this now? You're a terrible human being. You know damn well I shouldn't have said that. I knew I was going to say something. You know, a man like this normally cause war, Casey. Big man too. A
I
man
was
like
gonna
this
say
normally
something
cause
else to
war
change
than.
the topic, but I'm gonna be nice.
You
yo,
bastard.
yo, you
Yeah,
have to know
moving on.
you have to know the worst thing. It was an unknown setup because I didn't know where it was going until I heard the word gun come out time out, and then I said, "Ooh, look at that."
I was gonna say something about
Wow.
Bradshaw and change the topic.
You are not a nice human being. Hope you know that, yeah? Just in case you
Bradshaw
not
do more
know.
incline bench press.
Alright, no problem. I got
Yo,
you.
the
I
perfect
got you.
Uno, yo, the perfect Uno reverse.
You want two shot that you want. The two shot you want that you want, really. You set one
Some
off, but
draw fours.
anyways, moving forward.
You want some draw
Ugh,
fours. Anyway,
man.
I heard that, Dario.
Yeah, me too. Moving on there.
you dirty bastard?
what was it
No,
But
no,
we'll
no.
see.
Continue.
But
about the
yeah,
bench press or the draw four?
I know about the incline, man. I'm actually stopped doing like regular dump. Alright, how do I put this? Ronnie Coleman, not Ronnie Coleman. What's his name again? J Cole Cutler, J Cutler, right? Um, former Mr. Universe, I think like 3, 4 times. He I did a documentary on him. So almost every guy he knows, when they did regular bench press, they normally had what issue him say? As
Rotate a cup.
theme, yeah, him says it's some theme documentary, I stopped. I cut out bench. Most of workers don't have bench press no more.
That you be inclined?
In no, I'm doing incline. That was what I was trying to say. He said him don't see why most people do regular bench press. Him said the same. Him said you get more for your money off of incline press. It works.
I
It
love it.
works. It work. Yeah, it works the three parts of the chest. The odds of you damaging yourself are drastically reduced.
It's yeah, it's a lot harder, but it feels
Yes, it
better.
is. Yes, it is. And it took a it took a while to understand what he was getting at because remember for years I've been doing dumbbell, not dumbbell, regular bench press.
Barbell.
Yeah, and even that was a nice one. Oh, by the way, the incline dumbbell. Yeah, I need someone to help me with that. And be honest with you, it's kind of lonely up here. Like if you even ask somebody to like help you move like a certain weight load into place, the person has to be genuinely, you know, not genuinely a gym bro and understand
Yeah.
what you're going through. But most people want them head straight let them see you. And that's something most Jamaicans, especially me, still I get used to it. And this is a very unfriendly. I am not going down that road. But these people are selfish as hell for the most part. But like the last time I did an incline dumbbell press, um, okay, rain of fall. Oh, this is Florida. Anyways, um, I did the dumbbell incline press, and I was like 70 pounds per dumbbell in, and I won't lie. By the time I finished 65, allow me to lift the weight. There's no way. There's no way my hand would allow me to lift it up to my chest level, but then push it. I had to beg someone to help me. But again, it was good though, good workout. But back to where we are set up, right? Um, this is something that ultimately I do believe is going to cause a problem for the human race. Um, these these things need to be aired out. Realistically speaking, you can't want something that you've never experienced. And if you do want it, you don't have any idea what you're getting yourself involved in. And I'm supposed to somehow feel sorry for you when you get fucked over. That's not reality. That's a movie. That's a show. That's an act. Not no gossip in a real life. And I'll always be the bearer of reality. I will not be the cartoon friend who, oh, optimism, yay! Marcher, there's a level of realism that most people don't want to address when it comes to reality because it's too real. I couldn't believe I heard somebody say that crap to me one day. The reason why certain people don't want to address what you're saying is because it's too real. It hits home too hard. And I'm like, so it's easier for call me a madman than a dress for me. I tell you, no wrong with you. You realize how stupid that sound? Do you realize how crazy?
It's
Well,
stupid, but it does hold some form of weight given what we see in society these days, doesn't it?
Sad. It's sad though. Like, and it breaks my heart because Generation Alpha is our children, gentlemen. No matter where you want it yourself. Once you are 30 years old or a little over, you when you do have a child, that generation is Alpha. The one after us is what I want to call again? Gen X?
Gen Z.
No, not Gen Z. Yeah, Gen Z is a lost cause, unfortunately.
Well, they have the tools to
Majority of Gen Z is a lost
they
cause.
have the tools to save themselves, but once you don't know how to drive, well, you get fucked.
Pretty much.
Well,
Eh,
it is like back in the 1900s with the Salem witch trials. Drown her. If she survives, she's
So
a witch.
She's a witch. Burn her.
burn
Rest,
it with fire.
rest,
Anyways,
rest, rest 50 black on her chest. If she survive, she's a witch.
No,
If
I
she
think it was boulders.
if she dies, she's human. She's a human being.
and she's
And her soul
forgiven.
is in heaven.
Yes, and she's forget. That part most people don't forget. As barbaric as the Salem witch trials were, if she died, she was forgiven of her sins and she was sent to heaven. If she survived, she's a witch because witches float.
In which case, you're gonna burn her or drown her.
Yes, burn her to the stake. Oh my God, that I. But anywho, where was it? Yeah. The whole thing about mentorship, it works, but mentorships aren't being promoted anymore. It's like even when I was going to KSC all boys were pushing the mentorship thing. They knew that a lot of young men needed mentorship because the future engineers, the future business owners, yeah, they had to be the generation coming up behind us. And I hate that society paint this narrative that, oh, you can't help the man behind you because me tell a man everything, me say, check out the Hollands and the Netherlands and all of them places. Their education system is not set up for competition. It's set up for, say it with me, gentlemen, collaboration. Say it with me, gentlemen. Collaboration.
Collaboration.
This,
Dario sound fake as fuck.
I actually said learning, but it's the same thing.
yeah,
I
for the
watched no,
most
I
part.
watched a couple of videos about their education systems. It's literally built
No,
for learning,
yes,
not for
and
stressing you out,
oh
not
my
not not for
God,
cramming in useless information, not
thank
for
you.
making you learn stuff that you're not going to use in the future.
Ever. So that and then I think me and a guy had an argument. No, I wouldn't say argument. We had a little you know conversation about the education system in the U.S. And I'm like, I'm confused. Most kids can't read past a fourth grade education level, and then, but yet you're telling people, say, they need to put more legislation into shit whether would not going to help people get smarter. Or better yet, you have lawmakers now that are pushing for kids to be stupider. The governor of Oregon, for those of you who don't know, it's a state in the United States, capital, whatever, but Oregon, right? She is one of them who's advocating to say that the 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 exams that we did that that allowed us to go to universities up here, she's saying that it's too hard and it's only right now it's only wired that only rich people or people who can afford it can make it to the universities. I had to explain to him, say, yo, not feeling weird. There's a reason why it's set up that way. And then say, yeah, it's to wean out the people who don't serious. I say, well, look at it this way. You know, I know plenty of grown men and women when I was in high school, right? I was trying to explain to him, say, when things free, they'd take advantage of it. I remember one year I was at KC and I was explaining to him, say, there were a few organizations or companies that used to pay for CXC pay for for certain subjects, right? And then when I explained to him how much one CXC costs, And he's like, oh, that's nice. I say, yeah, well, understand this now. I say, let's follow black man's logic, right? And if he money pay for this subject and I mother money pay for it, he doesn't care. Do you know much people, do you know much man, Frank Casey, right? Never show for the people who make exam. That's
Excuse my
because them know
language, but I
sign
have
up
to
for
say this. Fuck
that's because them
them.
know sign up for them money. Yeah.
Fuck them. I didn't
Just
pay for
because them know
most of
sign
my
up them.
exams because my grades were high. And I
There
sit
you
all my
go.
exams and I passed all my fucking exams. I
All
was
right.
elated. When I'm doing more subjects than the person next to me, yet I'm paying way less. All I'm paying was
There you
registration
go.
fee.
There you go.
All I
Yeah.
paid was registration and processing fee. I think I paid for like one subject that wasn't covered by any by any entity.
Physical
Yeah.
education.
I didn't do PE. But like I think I paid for one subject or none.
Well, so I was trying to explain to him,
I
say,
was happy.
well, Anna, let me explain to him, say, you know what the kids them do when they found out that, you know, that math subject, that English subject, that science subject, that whatever subject that was being paid for. So once them find out, say, you know, and them mother and father money, free them money and pay feet, some of them skip the exam. Some come the exam when it's like half an hour left in the whole test. So you take literally 2 hours to reach the exam and expect to finish in a half an hour and then bitch and moan so you don't pass. Make that shit make sense. And that's what I was trying to explain to him. Me say, don't get it twisted. Me say when black people, and I don't want to go down this road, but I will say this much. When black people realize what is being provided is not being charged to them, some people don't treasure it the same way. Mister, when you make getting into university easier for a lot of black people, what do you think? Mister, a good percentage of them is going to do what? Do you know what? He said, I don't know, go to college, make a fool of themselves. Mister, close. You are very close. But that's not it. Because they're aware that none of them spend their money for it, they will drop out. They will not focus as hard. You can't make it too easy for people because once they know it's too easy, they will take advantage. And be honest with you, there's so many people here. And by the way, no matter what telling the nonsense on is, yeah, the poor whites outnumber the poor blacks. And the only reason why they do that is because they have more of them. They have more of them here in terms of numbers. That's the only reason why. But white people just as broke up here as black people. I've met more homeless. I've met more homeless white people than I've met homeless black people.
Don't you drive past trailer parks almost every other day?
Not quite. Unlike most places you see on TV, trailer parks are actually quite hidden, neatly hidden here. You have to literally drive off of the road and drive around at the back. Let me say, trailer. By the way, a trailer home is actually quite. I've seen a few trailer homes. They're cheaper than regular homes up here, but not bad. Feel like, how much am I selling for? You have a trailer home for $35,000, $50,000, and people like what? But you're paying for the whole house itself. And some of these trailers do come with air conditioning, and some have toilets, and you pay for the space, which means you can leave and come back, and that's your space. But anywho, where was I? Yeah, this notion, but this, I've seen more poor white people than I've. And you wonder the weirdest thing is, rich people do a lot of what poor people are supposed to do with no shame. That's why they're rich. I've I've seen more rich people. I've seen more rich people shop at the thrift store than poor people shopping at Gucci. Make that make sense?
True.
Because me not for wear brands. Have to
I've
wear.
seen more. I've seen more poor people wear polo and more. Oh, sorry, correct. Let me fix that back. I've seen more rich people wear polo, and I've seen more poor people wear Versace. Make that make sense?
Nigga,
Also true.
do you know how comfortable a polo shirt is? Do you know how comfortable an Old Navy shirt is?
I know,
My
sir.
nigga, talk,
Oh,
man. Talk out your clean mouth. Talk out your clean mouth,
ni-
man.
nigga,
Blood clot.
bruh, if me for spend 2,500 on a Versace shirt, 25 on a Versace shirt, when that $2,500 can get me around a dozen polo shirts.
Or more.
Sir, $800. $800 here is for a Gucci belt. You got me messed up.
So me can
Why
afford
do I need an $800
$800.
belt?
The
Even if
same
it's for
illusion.
aesthetics, who's
The
gonna
same,
look up a belt?
the same illusion what most black people have up on this bitch. Them believe that looking rich somehow equate into being actually rich. So you have people up here that are stuck paying a $35,000 car note for a Jaguar outdated 3 years ago. Make that shit make sense, son. People trapped into it.
well, well, for the Jaguar, them whole price, brother, and resale kind of more. Yeah, you either get back the 35 feet,
Mhm.
yeah, get back 25K feet.
Mhm. This is America, sir. Let me rephrase that. This is Florida. Let me not go America. This is Florida, sir. Florida, the most car accidents happen on a whim here. Brother man, you don't even have to be wrong sometimes. You just have to be unfortunately in a wrong position. Brother man, I I'm
The
going
average
down the
Florida person drives worse than a Jamaican taxi man.
true.
That
True.
I believe it.
that not safe at
You have you have no idea, sir. You think yo, every time I drive on the road and somebody do me a bad drive and for any reason my wife's on the phone, I said, don't you ever, ever throw shit from Jamaica again. You people are horrible over here. She's like, what happened? Exactly. And
boy.
you have no idea, sir. I remember this, gentlemen. These people legally have guns. So not only are you being bad drived, if you drive up beside him and say, yo, can a fucker drive that?
Put shut in here.
Yes,
Hey.
that shit does
Standing my
happen here.
ground, bitch.
That shit does happen here, sir. So if you think that, oh, then you have the people who, if you bad drive, if them pull up beside you and then you run off your walk, expect anything can happen to all my does wind on them window and point it out there upon you. And that's it. So I will say this, and I mean this. I believe the ideology has to change. I believe most young men, especially the young men, need the older men, which we are becoming, whether we like it or not, because that's how society and that's how reality has always been.
No
You
man,
know,
I relish in the fact that I'm getting old. You
I
know what?
respect that. I respect that because most men don't like that. When you say you have this one man at work, when I call him old man or old boy, it pisses him off. I'm like, but sir, you're in your 60s. You're old. I mean, if you live the next 10 years, you outlive your expectancy for dead. Big up yourself. You hate them to talk, so. You
If
hate them to talk, so.
my two snap
If you live
boss,
the next 70 years, you outlive your expectancy to die, bitch. Be grateful. Man, hate them to talk, so.
the people
He
say
hates them to talk, so.
if you live 3 score and 10. You see me?
70 years, exactly. For
You
those
see
of
me?
you who don't know what a score is 20 years,
You see me?
just in case.
Score. So after you pass,
Mm-hmm.
say after you reach 70 years old, anything after that, call it a blessed man.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Gentlemen, the goal that I have in mind, there's a good chance I won't live to see my 80s if it forgot the way it's supposed to go. But the only difference between me and most people is, me not afraid to laugh off of people. So, instead of me being mad, oh shit, nigga, I'd rather laugh you to death. Then just no deal with you afterwards. There used to be a
Makes
youth
sense.
power rugby team. There used to be a youth power rugby team named Gideon. R.I.P. my G. You see when Gideon a play rugby, you see when Gideon start laugh, you for fret. You see when Gideon upset, you can't play him anyhow. You see once he starts smiling, you should fret. You don't know which one, you don't know where we come with. I remember when that man is upset at the and his movement. When he's laughing the whole game through, just know so your ass is grass. You just don't know when he's gonna clip your wings, my boy. You understand me? I mean, gentlemen, the next 10 years is literally, as a blink, a decade is going to roll off.
Yep.
You know, we'll all be in our 40s. So most of you, well, I assume most of you will be in your 40s too. Um,
I'll be near my 40s.
Mid 30s for me.
I'll be near my 40s, sir.
mm, mm, mm.
Late 30s. I'll be in my late 30s.
Yeah, mid 30s. Yeah.
If you start early, you reach late, you must reach. Them say unless somebody kill you or something, unless something or somebody kill you, you're gonna reach eventually. So I'm just saying, splitting hairs don't mean shit to me. If you're 38, bitch, if you're 38, bitch, and you're 2 years from 40, bitch, you are 40. Anyways, moving forward, we will become the elders. And then again, I'm terrified because there are more numbskull elders going to exist than actually smart, can actually help you go somewhere. I miss one of my life's goals is to go back to Kingston College years later when I'm up in age and I'm going to say, F CXC. Everybody. And then they probably never even talk again. They'll never invite me back to that bitch by the time I'm done. But one thing I guarantee though, that these kids will understand that there's life outside of CXC. There's life out of not taking the 10, 12 subject them and a fret if you make a mistake.
That you're
You
not
know,
going to use in life.
thank you very much. That rubbish I want to break out a kid's head. You're sitting down on 12 subject, 9 subject, 7 subject, and you end up just a load bus out of halfway
Well, I
through.
know
Make that shit
it's
make
when
sense.
a child has 15 subjects and they come in the newspaper. This child's passed 15 CXCs by
Mm-hmm.
ninth grade. And what the fuck are you gonna do with them? Now
That's
what?
now what?
Look,
Back road qualifications are
Mm-hmm.
less strenuous, but
it,
you can both do the same work.
Not to shit on you or anything, but like now what? You can work in
again,
a call center.
twins of
Bro,
Yeah.
twins.
I've just never seen why people I'm fully convinced. I might be wrong. I might be wrong for
Mm-hmm.
saying this as well. I know I promised that we would not say anything too outrageous, but am I the only one who thinks that when board members are people in the administrative part of the school who don't do shit for their schools, wank off to to students passing all of these subjects, like they actually get off on it? I don't know if that's just me. I just convinced that
No, but
most
it's a
of
thing.
the
Hold on. Look at it this way.
Mm-hmm.
Politicians will never help athletes. And then as
Yeah.
soon as they win a gold medal, the Minister
Oh
of
yeah,
Sports
man.
come meet
Oh
you,
yeah.
come and
Oh
greet
yeah.
you at the airport. Well done, you represented our country well. Blah blah blah
Mhm.
blah blah.
Mhm. Mhm.
I say,
Well, look at
I
it this
When I
way.
was suffering, you
wait,
never gave me a dime.
I
Mhm.
I wait that moment when we win medals, gold medals, and they come and say, "Congrats, suck your mother, mama."
yo,
That
talking
fucker.
about that just makes me remember how, yeah, am I the only one who, I don't know if it's just me, but Jamaica's national anthem just really just pisses me off every time I hear it.
No,
And then when well I know
never.
when people are not like standing up me here, people are coming to get offended. I'm like, bitch, this is not our anthem. We are still colonized. This is
Exactly.
not an anthem of that should be celebrated.
Mm-hmm. But where is that?
I am
Let me
patriotic.
say, let me, mm,
And
yeah,
if
I'm patriotic.
we
Mm,
facade, such is life. Nobody we don't really know what being independent is. However,
mm-hmm.
them paint it as such, and I feel pride when I represent my country and that anthem plays and
From,
I see that flag. So you get me.
mm-hmm.
Otherwise, from that,
All right.
everything
All right,
else.
Mr. Patriot, may I ask you a question? If you can't answer this, you shut your ass up. Do you know the national song? Silence.
No, no, no. Me head a while ago, me I skip through so many. But
There's
yeah,
only one national song, sir.
brother, hear me I say no. He hear, he hears me, he hears me I say, yo, national anthem, one of the national songs. I have a national pledge where I sing that.
mm. All right, best me start singing a national song. You pick up which song it is. Because 9 out of 10, well, our generation, because the one after we don't know that song, I guarantee that shit.
I'm pretty sure about that.
I'm pretty sure about that. Hands down. Me not guess, me know the generation after the millennials don't know the song here. The song goes, I pledge my heart forever to serve with humble pride.
I was singing
Be sure.
that one, yeah, but me I want for the pledge that
No, that's not the song that one here. This is the
is me.
actual song.
Before God and
I
all mankind, I
pledge
I
pledge the
my
love and loyalty of my heart,
heart
wisdom and
to
courage of my
serve
mind, strength and
humble.
vigor of my body, in service of my fellow citizens,
I
to
work
stand
my
up for justice, brotherhood, and peace, to work diligently and
loyalty
creatively, to think generously and
to
honestly, so that Jamaica may, under God, increase in beauty, fellowship, and prosperity, and play a
Just
part in the
hear,
common
just hearing
welfare
Dario say that
of
just
the whole
remember,
human race.
just hearing Dario and Bradshaw sing this goddamn thing. Just remember, yeah, my PTSD start kick back in. Brother, you know
right.
what?
oh,
Brother, you know what? Box down and beat me used to get because I could have sing this fucking thing properly.
good man. Good man. Good times. Good times.
And then when we finally get it, and brother,
Is me.
Oh, and I love the Indies, Jamaica
yo, you
strong.
know the one thing. We are all rugby men, and yes, we sing at them, but for any other reason, fuck it. And I believe that
Good point.
straight.
Good point.
Anybody want to take me on,
But
be my guest.
no, but here's the problem. I realize now. We have a bunch of emotional people that if just like I just said, I guarantee that the generation after millennials don't know that song. There's at least one somebody that will come and listen this if them listening this podcast and still say me wrong to say what I just said. The possibility and all right, like I said, people use your common sense. I'm not saying that everybody from the generation after millennials don't know that song. But a 97% chance, a 98% chance that 98% of the population of that generation don't know that song. I'm quite
But
sure of that.
hold on, I'm gonna ask one for myself.
Hmm.
Hey, you know the national song for Jamaica? So she don't know that. Cool. You, you
Well done.
you know the pledge for Jamaica? What the pledge go?
Before God. And
Hey, don't say nothing to Bradshaw.
now to help you in case you say it wrong. So, you know, at least me I tell you what it's supposed to sound like first.
I know how it sounds. I just said it.
No, you just said it. Me I talk about him.
No man, I know
Play.
them. I tell you something, I know them by
Okay.
heart, you know.
Okay. Okay, my boss. Now believe me, I'm a patriot too. That's a mission. That's when you said it. I was like, let me test how much he really is. Because I am for yard moving forward.
No, that's the national and the eternal father national anthem. No man, the national song. National song different in my lad.
Yes.
Jesus. You remember the song when the music sing I pledge my heart forever? Rascal. So Bradshaw, you
There
were
you
right.
go. There you go. That's just one.
See, she
Yeah,
just said
man.
she just said she never knows something like that exists at all.
Oh. Mark Kelly, did you hear what him said she just said? She didn't know it exists. She never said. She never said. She never remember it, you know. She said she never know it exists.
Right about now, mate,
Just
start.
said
Me and believe I have an idiot to her today.
she just said she knew she's clear said the national anthem and pledge are we done.
There you go. And if you go down a rabbit hole, I'm saying, if you go down a rabbit hole, most, excuse me,
National tree, national
Ling,
bird, national
Blackbird,
flower.
Lingna Vitae, Blue Maho, keep moving, nigga.
I was actually referring to. I was actually directing these to Serena.
My bad.
But you know, so she not gonna get the. If she, hold on, you
Uh,
see, if anybody don't
But
know,
wait,
you see, if anybody want to know me, don't know what the damn national bird be, me unfriend them immediately with immediate effect. You cannot have my last. That bird can't have my
oh,
last name, and
shit.
you don't know it. Me will unfriend you immediately.
I don't blame you. Oh my god.
Hold on, we just said that. Look.
Doc, Doc,
Hold on, hold on. Here's a Jamaican question. Only the few Jamaicans who have sense can answer this. Name one profession that that name one profession in Jamaica that they have a bird and a fish name after it. It's easy.
That's easy.
Ask whoa. Before anybody answer, ask Serena. Before
Serena,
anybody ask her. See what her answer is.
B.
She can't get that wrong. I'm gonna take away a Jamaican card.
Name one in
Her
Jamaica.
citizenship is in the balance right now.
Name one profession in Jamaica. A one or two.
One
One.
profession.
One profession that name off a fish. We name off a bird and a fish. Yeah. Yeah.
It's also named after somebody on the podcast.
No man, that's too easy. That's too easy, no man. Yeah, help too hard, Dario.
But
They
we
can't get
already
they can't
gave
get it
away
with
the
them kind
answer.
of
What are you
context.
talking about?
I'm just saying if you can't get them context clues here, yeah man, you need to lose your citizenship. That's all I'm saying.
But I already gave away the answer. She should be
Me
already
know, sir.
answering.
Me know.
No, she not here only me, she a here alone.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah. So
Alright.
what's her answer, sir?
Go on think, my friend. Go on think. My ear
No
the
matter lie you are tell. You still
super
a think?
turn on. Continue.
Interesting.
She there, yo.
Yeah, but
Bucky. She stuck right now, you know.
Lord, I've read a smoke. Full up. I've read a smoke.
We'll
Oh,
come back for
shit.
the answer before we sign off.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Can I tell the man them who used to get this regular. Boy, typical.
A slavery days we come from in a primary school and them school. And remember them days, brother?
Who
Brother,
does
Yeah.
remember?
Good
big
We
time.
man?
never
Good
learned
time.
black history, you know. We learned about black slavery.
Big man,
Mm-hmm.
you get beaten for not give the answer in our specific time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but not no. Education. Hello.
Education come a far away.
Yeah, it has.
It has not.
And
Huh?
done everybody else.
Repeat. In our bed.
Edu-
In our bed. Mm-hmm.
Education hasn't gone anywhere, Virgin.
Yeah.
It's not. It's
Really
not in
has.
there. It's not in. It's not in people's heads.
Really hasn't. That's it.
It, that,
It's
that,
and honestly, it has been corrupted. Has been corrupted and been sold as something that's not really important
Oh crap!
because
I forgot to mention this.
hmm
School originally was built in the industrial era, and it was
Mhm.
made so that people could work factory jobs. They had to go somewhere, do the exact same thing every day for eight
Mhm.
hours a day. So 7 to 8 hours a
Mhm.
day
Oh,
with
so
a lunch break.
that's where the car center people come from.
No, but
Uh,
that's literally what school is. You do the
mhm.
same mundane thing over and over again, and that's what it prepared you for.
Factory work.
To just be a drone or a cog at work.
Mhm. I had to explain that to someone today as well. Great minds do think alike, I guess. Well,
It
I
doesn't
did
teach you
tell
to
him,
be
say,
innovative or to build a business or whatever.
none of that. None of that.
That's why
It,
industrial people will shit on people who learn trades.
mhm.
It
In
teaches you
their
not to
minds,
be a
they
cog
are.
and to be an individual.
Mhm. Mhm. And that hurt me because I know a lot of people who honestly think they're not cogs because
As a
them think
massage
that.
therapist, I would love to come overseas where like my profession is actually respected and I can make some decent funds.
Oh yes, you would. Oh yes, you would, sir. And you wouldn't
And
have to
I'm
try
actually
too hard.
good.
Yeah, you wouldn't have to try too hard. That's the thing most people don't even know. Like, if you are good at what you do, like you will get work. And if you
And
are
I like what I
garbage,
do.
you must. I mean, you'll go far in it then.
I genuinely love what I do.
That's nice.
No, but like
It's
if
rare.
because like we look at that trade, like I'm fixing my cousin's roof. And there's
Mm,
this guy who does really good work at a community near me, my friend's neighbor. And just
mm,
because of that, I'm having him fix my two houses that my cousin owns.
mm,
And my other cousin who lives nearby I've referred him to that guy as well. And I'm gonna refer him
mm.
to a bunch of other people just because he does good work. And him not thief.
Is the
And you know what?
delicate balance
I've
of
had two
business
young
up here.
guys work on the roof before and they did a poor job.
Mhm,
And we paid
mhm,
an exorbitant amount of money for them to do crap.
mhm. That sounds about right. Let me tell you this, right?
Like resent.
Reputation is everything in the states, and I'll say this to anybody. Reputation is everything in the states. Your reputation dictates if you eat, get work, or nobody look for you none tall. Real estate, where you hear everybody love talk about, oh, I'll just run go into real estate. You need to build a network. You need to build a network, and this is why real estate agents they normally have like workshops and all that crap so often because they don't know anybody. Nobody's going to invest their money with you unless they know you. You have to, no matter how well you sound, people judge you based on your efficiency. There's no, especially if you have a short amount of time to get to know the person you're dealing with. So there's no way in hell I would give no, no, and this is just a hypothetical, gentleman. I'm not insulting anybody. There's no way in hell I would have given doctor who they are we a Moby a contract for build somewhere in Kingston and Dowie there across the road and Dowie know the same thing. That would be stupid because what? Me have to go pay for doctor travel fees from come from halfway across the country just for do this and him room and him board and all that shit. That would be stupid, right? Reputation does matter. Reputation does matter. Same thing when it comes to women. Reputation, especially in the States, reputation does matter. When people know, say, they are Jamaica, you know, not being productive, know your history and anything there. And another thing, so ladies and gentlemen, listeners, please, I beseech thee. You know, I ain't no saint. I've done things that I'm not proud of. But me, I'm man enough to know, say, don't put shit that's going to harm you in the future on the internet and then be upset when nobody hires you. Be
Yeah.
realistic here. Be realistic, yo. And I'm not saying this to be an asshole. Would you hire you if you saw some of the shit you posted? Be real. All right. I used to love use this hypothetical, right? I said, put yourself 10 years into the future. You're 40 something, you're 50 something, whatever age, right? You're 20 something, you're 30 something, right? You don't know you. I put this hypothetical out there. You don't know yourself. You're a business owner. You come across your profile, seeing you shaking your ass, jiggling it all over upon the ground, and or my dog walk you, or any manner of shit that you can't explain yourself out of. So whether it's porn, whether it's twerking, whether it's OnlyFans, whatever that is immoral. And I know, right? That sounds a way coming from America, right? America, some people used to call when they are Jamaica the next Sodom and Gomorrah, right? But in this Sodom and Gomorrah, your reputation does matter. So if you are fucked around the place and you post how much money you did this to and how much gal you name out, and no, sir, no.
We have our
It follows
OnlyFans.
you. It follows you, man or woman. Right now, the word OnlyFans has a dirty connotation attached to the name, because you have people who have OnlyFans, and like for example, I'm a black belt, right? I could open my own OnlyFans and say, this is for my
Roger?
Bradshaw phone say I haven't been up.
Bradshaw phone says, I've had enough. It's bedtime.
You're talking too much
Speaking of
sense.
which, Serena, have you figured out the question yet?
Brother, she give up on that bomber clock long time.
Watch out, good talk. I don't really say when I hear him.
Please,
Oh, text him phone quick, please, before he come back and start cause be clout again. Same thing.
Yep, his phone went. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, want to thank you for sticking with us
Yeah, really?
all this time
Okay.
as we kind of left the main topic and started ranting.
How?
It wasn't really a rant, it was kind of still based on the topic. But anyway,
We didn't rant because I shut the hell up for half of the segment for once.
I was quiet for most of it. I
I
didn't
was
want to like.
I was eating my dinner with people. I was very upset throughout the day, so I had to
I
eat
need to
something.
go eat something now. I'm hungry as hell.
You know, so Tiana goes to that and she will cuss out the class again, right?
He's not gonna cuss.
Interesting. You know something I mean I know yet. Clearly.
She doesn't. She doesn't want. To, she won't hurt my feelings.
You want bet? There are ways to hurt your feelings without saying something. Words don't hurt you, we know this.
I'll bet you a red stripe sorrel.
I see your stripes. Sorry.
Do you actually like red stripe sorrel?
Actually, yo, I'm more of the melon guy. I'm more of a melon guy myself.
Okay, cause sorrel is way too sweet, bro. Anyway,
Well, I remind me need to go sweeten my sorrel in the kitchen. That
true.
morning.
Even for a bitch drink, it's way too sweet. But yeah, thank you for yeah. So yeah, I'll bet you guys both a red stripe sorrel that she won't cost me if and when she sees this. Yes, I forgot to eat again until like maybe a couple hours ago,
I said
and
now
I
you
know I'm
said
hungry.
now you fine too.
Oh please, Naomi is my little sis. She won't cost. Anyway, um,
Oh, you sure with that?
she w- she will correct me. She will not cost me.
Oh, that's the word you want to use. Correct. I use that word a lot too. Correction.
Bite me. No homo.
Gay.
Yeah. So thanks for tuning in to another episode. Uh, and we will see you again next week. Please stay safe, stay awesome, and take care.
End screen.
Hit that
Good
red
night.
button.
Good night.